Hello and welcome to my channel. In this video, we'll be diving deep into Blood Strike, listing out the top 10 Blood Strike tips and tricks all players need to know. So without wasting much time, let's dive into the video. First things first, on the top of our list we have finding your striker. In Blood Strike, characters are called strikers. So you need to find a striker or a pair of strikers that fits your style or pace of play. Currently, there are 10 strikers in the game. You have to experiment with each of them, getting to know their abilities. So feel free to get into a battle royale match, a hot zone match, or a squad fight. Try to use not just their active ability, but also try to learn these characters' passive abilities. After playing with each striker on the game and getting used to their abilities, it doesn't end here. You have to try to practice and master with these strikers, learning when to use their abilities and how to properly time it. Next on our list is shooting range. So now, let's say you know your striker. The question is, how good is your aim? How good is your movement? Why I ask this is because these two are one of the factors to consider in Blood Strike in regards to gameplay. So every day when you log in, before you go into a match, try to spend at least 20 to 30 minutes on the shooting range. Try to control guns recoil, work on your movement, learn how to slide cancel. Then try to set challenges or goals for yourself and try to see if you can beat your previous records. Also, before you also get into a match, you can also try to play 1 or 2 matches on hot zone. Moving on, the third on the list is settings. Now, if you take a look on Blood Strike, there are lots of settings, ranging from controls, sensitivity, and the rest. All these play a crucial role in the game, and the options you see on your screen were all put in place in order to tune the game to the player's comfort. They all have a crucial role on how they affect the game on the player's end. Like let's take sensitivity for instance. Sensitivity can be used to control recoil, but sensitivity varies between the player and the device you are using. So feel free to explore your sensitivity and your settings. And if you're also working on your sensitivity, I recommend that you should try and use gyroscope. Moving on, we have controls, HUD. It can also be called HUD. This is simply the placement of your buttons on your screen. So try to customize your controls for convenience. Place them on a comfortable position depending on the number of fingers you use to play the game. And also don't try to place them where you'll find difficult to press the buttons or use them. The fifth on our list is sound cue. I recommend that you use headphone or wired earbuds. Reason being because there are times you may fail to notice the movement notification or it may appear late. But if you are using a good headphone, you can never miss sound cues. You will always know when someone is approaching you, especially in enclosed spaces, and you will also be able to tell the location where the person is coming from. Tip number 6. When playing, always try to have the high ground, because if you have the high ground, you always will have higher chances of winning the fight. Tip number 7. Always watch pro gameplays. I'm not saying this in order to promote myself or any other content creator, but if you follow a creator, if you watch his pro gameplay, after some time you tend to copy his style, and you could also learn 1 or 2 from the clips. Tip number 8. Always play with friends. If you don't have friends that actually play the game, there's an in-game system that allows you to post and recruit other players who play the game. So if after a game you find that a player is bad, you can kick the player, and if you find the player is good, you can add the player to become your friend so that you guys can play more. Tip number 9, learn the map. I want you to go ahead, explore the map, find places to find good loot, good weapons. Also find places whereby you don't get into too much gunfights, and also try to get used to the structure of the buildings in the game. And last but not the least, tip number 10, loadout. Blood Strike allows you to build or customize your guns up to a maximum of 10 loadouts. So try to build your guns or your loadouts to your own preference. And there you have it, 10 Blood Strike tips and tricks to help you improve your gameplay. If you found this video helpful, kindly like and subscribe. Also feel free to share the game with your gaming buddies. I remain Spartacus, stay legendary.